situated. Alright. What's up, YouTube? Shocker Boy OB, Slow Motion 53. This is Hut's Tight, back with episode 2. All kinds of tight shit going on here. We got jalapeno poppers, the ranch cups.
Not jelly.
Not jelly.
Fuck that jelly.
Bronco berry sauce, whatever.
Nah, fuck that. Don't even put it in the bag, Arby's.
We got some new beers going on. 3 of them. Way different than some Coors Light this week.
We're going to start with this one. Boom Sauce.
All right.
From Lord Hobo Brewing in Woburn, Massachusetts. Double IPA.
We got the rocking the mustaches this week. Movember month.
We grew them out.
Natural. All natural.
Obviously.
But before we get into Movember, we're going to bring up Halloween's over. It's gone. Just get some Halloween closure. Any last thoughts on that?
I think it kind of sucked overall. The cards, other than the Chara that I obtained quickly. I don't remember the exact timing of it, but I did get the Chara pretty soon after the last podcast. I just couldn't help myself being a Bruins fan, obviously. And I've loved Chara. Every second of Chara has been great. He's outscoring. He's basically my highest scoring defenseman since he's been on my team, which is pretty amazing because he's also 6'9" and poke checks people from fucking the other blue line. So
What about the hat trick?
I had a CS game, a competitive seasons game the other day, and I was down 2-0 going into the third period. I scored a quick one, made it 2-1. Then good luck fucking get that around the mustache. Scored a quick one to make it 2-1 at the start of the third period. And then he came right down on the next shift and scored one, made it 3-1. And then Chara scored a third period hat trick to win the game. So he's not just a defensive defenseman, people. So get that Chara if you see him up there for cheap. I don't know how cheap he's going for now, but if you see him up there and you're wondering about it, spend that $350 or whatever it's going to be.
I saw 2 up on the market last night, so one was for $399 buy it now, one was for $10 million, so average about $5 million.
He's worth $10 million.
It's worth it.
I paid $10 million for him.
No, I don't have Chara, but I've heard good things about him.
I got to get rid of the Movember mustache. I can't eat or drink with that fucking thing on. Yeah, so Halloween's over. Was there any other cards? Any other cards to talk about from the Halloween
I've
set?
heard the Simmons was like cheap enough to where it slotted in nicely. 2 to Silky Smooth. 1 to, was it Protect the Puck? No, might have been Fine Shooting. One of those 2.
Is he at 88? 87?
He's at 87. Bufflin was the 88.
So depending on your team composition, you might be able to fit one of those Simmons on there. It might help out in synergies, maybe on a third line or fourth line, even if you got legends and stuff on your team. But Halloween is over. We're definitely on to Movember season, and that means Movember cards, and they definitely changed. No more upgrading. No more upgrading of the Movember cards. Although they did come out with some cards that are already at the highest upgraded level, which is weird. Which is just
like
fucking
TJ Brody.
Shit.
Yeah, TJ Brody's 86. They came out and matched it, which has Rocket Skates and his locker room leaders.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So
If you're using TJ Brody, you might as well just upgrade to the Movember one.
yeah, I was a little bummed. I thought maybe it's so tight. I thought maybe the Movembers would be like just the kind of lower end players, but still upgrade. And when I saw that they weren't going to upgrade, a little disappointment. But overall, they already did tell us that the Evos were taking that slot this year. So anyone that was disappointed really should have just known. They already said that,
Yeah, I'm glad they at least came out with Movember cards at all.
Yeah, it's like
not everybody's gonna have a full stack squad, so some of these cards might help you.
Plus, it's like tradition. You gotta have the Movember card. Like I've been playing for years. Every month, like everybody already knows.
Yeah.
November, you're going hard on packs. It's Movember season, and that's what everybody does.
And so don't fucking message me telling me I bought my team. You son of a bitch. It's still happening. So yeah, with that Movember set came the the set, I guess. Where what was the first one? The Sharks.
Yeah, the ice tilt warriors, we like to call them.
Jesus, some of those stats are really good, and then just terrible in other areas.
I played with the Bodker. Dude, he's like a laser cannon in a straight line, but don't expect him to pick the puck up on the way.
Yeah.
Like he felt literally that bad in all other aspects of his game.
He's a fifth line wing.
But he was super fast.
So maybe you want that. Those were only 2. It was like any 2 Movember collectibles.
It was one Movember collectible and a gold. So
you might as well just get that. If you got something laying around, get that. Sell them at least. Sell the ones you don't want. Quick sell probably.
Yeah, more than
at this point.
One thing about him, I want to say about the Vlasic, he actually has TN. He is an 80 overall, but his defensive stats, if you check them out,
really good.
They're almost like. There's maybe 5 defensemen in the game that have better defensive stats. So if you can work around the fact that he's slow as hell, like Corey Perry would dust him.
Put him with a fucking on the third pair with an offensive guy.
Yeah, put him with a Carlson or something. Someone fast, make up for the
John
speed.
Carlson. Put him with John Carlson.
Yeah. Actually, that'd probably be better because he can't. I do remember. I was looking at his stats and. It was pointed out to me his checking is 75, the Vlasic.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so
defensively, like poke check wise,
yeah, stick checking and poke checking is 95 each, and shot blocking.
So go grab that Vlasic. Maybe.
Don't.
I mean, it's cheap. So if you're looking for people to replace people on your team, right. So what was the next one? There was a Mike Brown in there somewhere.
The Cal Clutterbuck,
and
then
Nuck if you Clutterbuck.
Yeah. And then
I got
that. Then the Bobby Nice.
Bob Nystrom.
I did like him in the last game, but so I was mad that he wasn't better.
Yeah, he seems like the ultimate grinder. He's got basically no defensive or offensive stats. He's got decent speed, I guess, and checking. And he's probably he could be a 4th line grinder for somebody, or maybe even a 3rd line. Just don't look for him to score any goals.
Decent mustache though.
Yeah, pretty solid. And his doesn't come off when he eats jalapeno poppers, probably.
And the final, the Mac Daddy,
Lanny Madano.
No, that's only for the legend, Mike Madano.
But Lanny McDonald, I couldn't help myself with the cost. I think I got Lanny the first night he was out.
So, throughout all the confusion, is he a 92, a 93, a 95?
I think the HUT DB thing averages his stats out as like a 92.6 or something. So I guess he's like a 93 by their measures. But they did it a lot last year.
Yeah.
Where their overalls would be off. But it says 94. He's a 94. It's all. He's been getting about a point per game for me. And I think I just played games with him last night. That's about it. About a point per game.
What about the face-off? The Lanny Mac face-off. That's what I want to hear. You said he does something crazy on the face-off.
Oh, he does this move. I don't know why. I got him. Obviously, he's right-handed. I haven't played left wing. If you try to do the tie-up move in the face-off, where you come in with your winger and snipe on short side, which if you can't stop that, you're doomed.
The face-off cheese.
He does this move where I feel like before you can kind of get a hold of him, he just bursts right through there, straight to the net. Kind of like a different maneuver, and I've never seen anybody else do it. I don't know if it's a special Movember Lanny McDonald move. Maybe I can get some video of it and actually put one up on YouTube about it. But I haven't really been able to master him quite yet. But he's still been getting a point per game on my first line with Brenda Moore, that master Brenda Moore, and of course Danny Heatley, fucking all-star.
So moving on about the Movembers, each day they are releasing. A new team, their little group. So there was Calgary, we had New Jersey.
Which is weird. Calgary had a bunch of players, and New Jersey had 2.
Yeah. I mean, so obviously there's no, there's no like standards on what they're going by. They're kind of just dropping them. So it kind of leads me to wonder, my team's Pittsburgh. When they get to Pittsburgh, are they going to drop a Gensel? Are they going to, he's at 86. That's right. A possibility. Are they going to drop a Phil Kessel? He's at 86 right now.
They drop Crosby.
Malkin.
Who knows?
They could, but I wouldn't put it past them. But for now, it's been
Maybe like the last week they'll drop all the big.
It's been like the lower guy. So, but still, like, you know, it's up in the air. Who knows who they could actually throw in there? Just because everyone's 81s and 79s now, doesn't mean there might not be a few gems.
Just like they did with us that flash on that flyer deck today, that March straight. We thought they were going to be 90s forever, and it was 88.
If you look at his stats, though, I don't know if you did. They're not.
I didn't see the advanced stats.
Okay, well, they're not bad, but I think everybody shied away from the fact that he was at 88.
Yeah, I think they were immediately just.
And not to mention,
it's Mark straight.
The synergies. I mean, Breakout Masters is tight, and it's hard to find, but fuck, everything else he had was. Like, I think they made up 2 new synergies that were the worst in the game and gave him those. I don't even recall.
On top of the fact that Mark Strait played for the Flyers for a while, he's one of those dudes I can't see myself using no matter how his fucking card is. Like there are some cards like that. I've heard some stories. I heard some stories about people you can't. Let us know if you're listening to this. Who's the player that's good that you just can't fucking put on your team no matter what? Because fuck them. Fuck what they look like. Which is, is that racist or I don't know what it is, but
mine for
could just
me,
be the team they play for.
Yeah, mine for me, and it's not. Me and him rival because he's a Bruins fan, but I will not put Marchand on my team. I don't care.
I won't either because his discipline sucks.
I won't put him on my team. I just don't like him. I don't know what it is. But also, and it's crazy because he was also the hero Bruin last year. I don't like putting Busick on my team. And I was worried. I heard through the grapevine Busick might be the flashback this week, and I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!"
I need a Busick, and that Centennial one just kind of sucks, in my opinion. Maybe a better version of Busick. How do you like that beer?
It's good. You can smell. That's not the guava one, is it?
This is the Boom Sauce right here.
For some reason, I felt like it smelled like a fruit.
Boom Sauce, 7.8% alcohol.
That's good stuff.
Crack another one. This one's the guava one. Josh the Guava King. Clown Shoes. Beer. Ipswich.
Pour me up, barkeep.
Ipswich, Mass. So yeah, this one's put this one away too in these glasses that we already used.
So while we're on the flash back, first flash forward drops today. It's Nico, 85 overall, same synergies as the Gabrick. No, not the Gabrick. He has Thread the Needle, Silky Smooth, and Fine Shooting. Decent synergies. If we check out the stats, they're all decent. In game, I've already played a few games with him. In game, I'm not sure he lived up to the stats. He felt good on the puck at first. I need to go back and check how his endurance is. I felt like he wore out really quick.
I think his endurance is pretty low.
Kind of like a Taylor Hall. I mean, usually new players like that, they don't ever give them good endurance on their card because they know they're not they haven't worked into their prime yet. So it makes sense why they wouldn't have the best endurance yet. But so not a bad card if you need the synergies. Not bad for fourth line.
Or if you're a huge Nico Hischier fan or you're a Devils fan or whatever, it's kind of cool to get an upgraded card other than the 79 overall or whatever the fuck his bronze card is.
I mean, really, you can get them pretty cheap. I think the collectibles were somewhere around $13K on Xbox there due to speculation, and then now that the card's out, I'm pretty sure they dropped some. So, something to check out if you need the synergies or you just like him. Also, that's a double banger, double popper. Pop.
This thing needs to have surgery.
So, on to the biggest news pretty much of the week. What a week on Evo drops.
Yeah, I was at work. This dude called me on break, knowing I was on break. I was like, what the fuck is this dude calling me for? At 5:06, I answered the phone. He said, dude, did you see those Evos? I said, nope. Crosby, Ovechkin, and Carey Price. Probably the 2 biggest superstar forwards in the league and maybe the biggest superstar goalie in the league.
Now, there was a little rumor of a leak. It was like third party, sounded kind of bogus, but of a McDavid Price. Turns out it was even bigger than that. And to top it off, this is the first week they dropped 3. So,
sky's the limit.
Yeah, that kind of opens the floodgates. Like that doesn't. I know it's Movember month, so some of this was speculated that there was going to be some Evo drops, but still, we didn't expect 3. Now, I mean, are they going to release
Those
3
three.
all month? Does that put a cap on 3?
It might be 4, 5.
You know, like next, I mean, they could drop a bunch of 85s, and since it's 85s, they could release 5 of them. We don't know.
They could throw a McDavid, fucking
Kane,
right,
Stamkos. They could throw some crazy set together. A lot of people were complaining it's 3 East Coast players again.
And
in this one.
it's true.
So-
Maybe they could do like a fucking Getzlaff or something. Or
Yeah, like Tarasenko, Getzlaf,
see
and
Carlson's.
Jonathan Quick.
They busted out this one. I don't see them backing down on it. I think maybe they'll at least drop the big ones this month.
Yeah.
At least this month.
I don't see them backing back down to 2 for sure.
At least during Movember, just because it's been a big month for them for years now since they were selling these Movember cards pack wise. People are gonna have to get these Evo collectibles one way or another.
Yeah.
You can only get one from the challenges if you can beat them, which I can't apparently.
They gotta have, they gotta make up for the fact that they're not doing Movembers. So those Evos plus the Movember set, it all adds up. They gotta make that same money they're used to making.
Didn't they drop 120 Movembers last year? It was like 4 per team.
Yeah, it was every week.
So-
every week, one team got. Each team got one.
We're at like 15 Evos or something like that.
They're gonna do something crazy.
So look out for it.
Yeah.
If you can find some Evo collectibles for cheap, which
You can.
good luck now.
Yeah.
I guess buy some packs and hope to pull them.
So
Which I haven't pulled one in forever. Are they still in packs? I don't even know.
I got that Carey Price in net.
I did too.
I did the set, and I did not get Carey Price.
Check out the video, by the way.
Yeah,
if you're watching this, go click the thing, go back and watch the video and see what he got.
Video's up. Good pull. I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Oh yeah,
You go watch the video. I'm not gonna spoil it, but just check it out.
those Evos.
It's a big gamble to do them sometimes because if you pull Price, I didn't.
Right.
But if you pull Price, it's a big gamble, man. Those are
50-50.
those are expensive.
It's 50-50 on who you did pull. But the other good thing about these Evos I like too is that I think all 3 of their synergies are really good and usable on almost any team, which makes it hard if you pull one of them or if you get one of them to sell them for the prices they're going at. If you pull one of those and you don't have a stacked team, you could almost stack your team up with, you could get 7, 8, 6 legends just from selling a Crosby or an Ovechkin Evo right now. And I think unless your team's pretty stacked, you might be better off selling them. But if they're your favorite player, keep them around because their synergies are definitely usable this year. And
Ovi's got the 2 to TM plus rocket skates, which is that boost Ovi needed on the speed.
extra little.
Yeah, he's already got the shot. He's a little sluggish. I played with base Ovi, little sluggish. So the rocket skates on the Ovi plus the fact I played with base and now he's a 91. He's probably already
With a +3 to his base already.
Yeah, he's probably already a lot better. I never touched, his 91. But
Zooming.
then Crosby was actually, even though being like the bigger name player, more popular, slightly, but more popular.
More cups, which he'll tell me often. We have a standing bet
Yeah,
that
let's get this out there.
we bet it was like 3 years ago or something that he wanted to bet more money than I wanted to bet. That I was willing to bet that Ovechkin would win a Stanley Cup in his lifetime, and he was willing to bet me that he wouldn't. And you know where that stands at this point. He still hasn't, and I hear about it all the time.
Well, I'm the most proud of the bet because I'm the one that was like, Ovi will never win a cup, and that's where the bet stemmed from. So
go fuck yourself.
So we'll see. I feel like if he does, he'll be one of those players that
He Ray Borks it.
Yeah, he'll get traded towards the end of his career and win a cup on someone else's stacked team.
Maybe the Bruins.
They'll rent him.
If it's the Bruins, they'll be a double good for me.
Whatever. It'll never feel as good. He won't get to raise it as the captain. He'll have to get it handed to him by Pasternak. He'll be the only Bruin left by the time you guys win another one.
It's so sad. It's such a sad year this year for the Bruins, but you guys suck too this year. So
we'll see. I think we're getting our goalie situation figured out, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we're getting none of our situations figured out. Let's get back to Ultimate Team.
Moving on.
Ultimate Team. The shit we care about.
The Crosby Movember Evo. My bad.
It's tough. It's tough to.
It's hard being an OG ultimate team player. But the Crosby has the fine shooting, which it's a decent little player synergy. It's one of my favorites.
I like it because a lot of the really good top end snipers in the game have it.
Yeah.
So if you're adding those guys up and you got one-on-one line, maybe kind of like 4 of them, you can get one. Doesn't Gonchar have it? So you have a Gonchar. Gonchar's a popular defenseman. I have Gonchar. You got Gonchar's great. So you get Gonchar, you get a little Crosby, maybe you get a Heatley, Bossy. These guys have that.
Do you have the Gonchara line?
The Gonchara line.
Do you have that?
I do not have it. Currently, I put Chara with. Chara's been playing with Dan Boyle, Hero Dan Boyle, by the way. Fuck Legend Dan Boyle.
Anytime we say Dan Boyle,
automatically
it's Hero.
Yeah, Legend Dan Boyle can go where those fucking jelly packets are. All right, we don't fuck with those. But I've been contemplating this little extra. I'm gonna teach you something here. I'm trying to put 2 left-handed defensemen on one pairing because all the fucking time. Tell me if this happens to you guys. All the time, you're skating down the fucking ice, and for no reason at all, I put my fucking right-handed defenseman on the left and my left-handed defenseman on the right, and they come up the ice, and I'm fucking cycling it, and those motherfuckers are on the wrong side. So if I got 2 lefties out there, always got one of these guys ready to fucking smack one in. So I'm worried about putting Pronger and Chara on one D pairing just because it might be too much girth.
Too much.
maybe like a Pronger Niedermeyer, and still have Kevin Hatcher on the team. Can't let him go. Maybe like a Pronger Niedermeyer, and then move Hatcher down to the bottom. Put Chara with Boyle still.
So who you got Gonchar with Hatcher?
Yeah, that's what I have now. Gonchar with Hatcher on the third pair. The middle pair is middle pair. The second pair is Boyle and Chara. And then Pronger and Niedermeyer on the top pair. So
I actually have, just to touch on it, I have the same pair, the Gonchar and Hatcher pair, and that's my first pair. And really, because all my defensemen they're like the same guys, pretty much, the way I look at it. They can all shoot, they can all bang, they can all skate. Right. And that's how I shied away from that first. In previous years of Hut, when you see that OFD on the card, and you're like, I can't have 2 offensive defensemen. I can't have 2 little guys. These dudes bang.
Hatcher,
they bang.
He's an offensive defenseman only on that card because he's big as fuck. He skates, he hits, he's got a shot.
He's what you want. I would say, is he the cheapest Legend? He's got to be the cheapest.
Carlisle's down there.
You can snipe some Hatchers for $50K.
If you're wondering, if you need a right-handed defenseman, which I've had trouble finding, another reason I moved to the left pair. Right-handed defensemen are hard to find, ones that I like. Hatcher's been on my team for 120 games now, and I love him. I got him on him. Get you a Kevin Hatcher for cheap. His synergies kind of suck.
I am in the defense of the other side of Kevin Hatcher. I'm trying out. I got 2 new defensemen on the squad right now. I got Ray Bork, Legend. I haven't played him yet because his stats are just really vanilla. He's like,
where's the Bobby Orr at?
Yeah, he's not. Nothing stands out on him, so he just looks like a slower Carlson.
He's an alcoholic. He gets DUIs and stuff, in case you're wondering. So that stands out.
So I got him playing with Evo Subban right now, and I'm testing that lineup out. The Evo Subban feels really nice. Feels pretty silky out there, moving real easy. Yeah, I need it.
How dare you? How dare you pair a Canadian with a Bruin? How dare you?
He's not a Canadian though.
Whatever. He'll always be a Canadian in my heart. PK Subban.
Whatever.
As you can tell. Anyways, what the fuck were you talking about? This beer is delicious, by the way.
I was touching on my D pairs, but basically I'm trying out the Subban, and if he's good enough, I'll probably bump him up and bump the Hatcher down, just because. Not that I don't have the same problem with my 2, with Gonchar and Hatcher being too girthy. You like to say?
I didn't say too girthy.
You said too much girth. Too much girth.
They just maybe a little.
I do find they just They just fucking.
I was talking about Chara and Pronger.
They fuck people up. I know,
Yeah.
but
Right.
I don't feel like they are those type of defensemen. But dude, they get in the boards, they fucking hit, and I'll get penalties for that shit. And I just feel like I can't have both of them out there because they do hit. They hit, and I mean sometimes you'll take those penalties where it shouldn't have been a penalty. You really just hit them too hard, and it's a penalty. So
one of the things I really love about Chara is his checking stats are through the roof, and his discipline's okay for somebody like that. He's one of those guys where I've heard with Pronger. I haven't played any games with Pronger, but I've heard you got like cheese on your eye.
I don't fuck around.
I've heard with Pronger that he feels a little slow. You don't want to like get beat with him. You don't want to chase with him. But I feel like with Chara, the poke check, if somebody gets around you, you just turn around.
The double.
If somebody gets around you with Chara, you just turn around and poke check them. And also Chara, if they start dangling and Chara's behind them, if Chara just gives them a nudge like that, they go flying. So again, well worth the money there on Chara. Do you have any more jalapeno poppers, by any chance? By the way, we didn't touch on this. We only said that we don't fuck with the jelly shit with the jalapeno poppers. We also, even more so, do not feed me jalapeno poppers with cheddar cheese.
If you have jalapeno poppers on your menu and you don't specify, fuck you.
I want to speak to a manager.
I don't even consider them jalapeno poppers if they're full of cheddar. These are cream cheese filled.
The only way.
That's the only way.
The only way that the jalapeno poppers are not exactly created like this is if you home make them, maybe some fucking bacon wrapped, cheese stuffed, multi-cheese stuffed.
That's acceptable.
Acceptable if they're homemade. If they're breaded jalapeno poppers coming from any fast food or Kroger type establishment, cream cheese is the only fucking cheese that is acceptable inside of there. All right.
Moving on. Stars of the Month dropped. Finally.
Yes.
They finally announced the set.
They announced it on EA. Maybe you didn't see it. It was on an EA forum.
And shared on Reddit. So, once again, shout out to Reddit.
Yep, shout out to Reddit. That's
NHL
where we go for
Hut
the
Reddit.
news. Definitely, the Stars of the Month dropped. I'm trying to pull this up here real quick because it looks like there's going to be 3 Stars of the Month from the NHL. The ones they already announced, I believe it's Kucherov, Stamkos, and Jaden Schwartz this month.
Wow.
2 of those good players. We don't know what kind of upgrades they're going to have. We don't know what kind of synergies they're going to have. Jaden Schwartz.
I'm predicting these cards that actually have more than one synergy. I think that'd
should.
be cool because
Especially
it's
since
a
Team of the Week
monthly
doesn't.
drop too.
Yeah.
You know, so
And Team of the Week has 1 synergy this year. So.
right, not 3, but I feel like if this was the only card in the game that had 2 synergies, I don't think that'd be broken.
Right. So the 3, and Jaden Schwartz is a good player. He just has a low overall card. And then they're announcing Stars of the Month for the SHL, Liga, AHL, ECHA, whatever. All the fucking bullshit leagues, silver and bronze cards, you're going to get those. But basically, you can trade in 3 Star of the Month collectibles for 1 of the active players, and that includes all the NHL and the other leagues. So you have a chance of getting any of those guys. I think it's like 11 different possibilities. So you could get your Kucherov or Stamkos, or you could get fucking Billy Jackoff from the fucking AHL or whatever. 6 of the Star of the Month collectibles will get you 3 of the players. Still kind of a random roll of the dice there. And then 10 of them will get you 6 of them. 6 of the players. So I think I said I had like 14 of them sitting around. It's definitely different. Definitely something different, depending on what they look like, how good the players are, what kind of upgrades they give them. It's still to be seen, all of that, but it might be worth saving these collectibles and selling them at the end of the week. That's my theory, because somebody might be sitting around with a whole bunch of money ready to get one of those Kucherovs or Stamkoses.
Right.
And if they got to buy 10 of them, they got to buy 10 of these collectibles to snatch up a chance at
That's the
6.
best. That's the best month for your bang for your
That's
buck.
your best
is
value.
getting 10. Yeah.
So somebody could be. I saw somebody earlier say there was 140 or something like that on the market right now that people were panic selling. So that only takes like 14 guys that just decide I'm grabbing these, and they only have a 24-hour cooldown for 1 week. So you could do one of these every day for the entire week. You could use 70 Star of the Month collectibles this week. So I mean, if you want to take the chance, I guess you could try and get that Stamkos, the Kucherov, depending on what they look like. But you could just wait because a lot of them are going to get that market's going to dry up for them. I think they're going to go pretty quick if they're cheap.
For me, I mean, I saw a picture. I don't know what everyone's like. I have 0 Star of the Month collectibles in my collection right now because I've been selling them.
I should have sold them.
But I saw one guy on Reddit post a picture. He said, "I think I'm ready." He had 310.
Yeah, I saw some people that had a lot of them.
He was pretty much all in on it, and that's where I mean, I don't know that he really cashed in. I know, like, I kind of feel like he got burned a little bit on. I mean, that's what a speculation is. You know, he spec'd on them. He thought they were going to be huge. He probably was getting them for really cheap, so he could probably still actually make some money on selling those. But I mean, who knows? He might be able to do the set every day and get a couple Stamkoses, a couple Kucherovs. Who knows? He might get a bunch of bronze and silver guys.
Especially, I mean, what if they're like a +3 to their? I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to.
Especially with Kucherov and Stamkos being the guys,
they'll be
pretty decent overalls.
I would think, just like normal.
What if they're bust out like 3 synergies and they're all good synergies on them? You know, they could be pretty good cards. So look out for that. It's going to come out Monday, which today is Friday night, Saturday morning. What time we're doing this? So look out for that. That's going to be. Hopefully, we do another one quicker, another podcast quicker, so we can get on that about when that happens. Maybe we want to talk about our teams a little bit here, since we did all the cards that are out right now. I believe last podcast I talked about my roller coaster with one Dominic Hasek, the Dominator. Went home from the podcast. Of course, got on Hut because what the fuck else am I going to do? And played a few games with him, and I decided that I was ready to get off of the roller coaster.
What beer is that?
I'll show you in a second here. Ready to get off the roller coaster with Hasek. I just had enough. I felt like he was kind of keeping me back from winning some games that maybe I could have won, and that the spectacular saves he was making were not enough alone. Maybe for highlight reels they were, but I sold them. Ended up getting a Martin Brodeur. This is a 450 North, Columbus, Indiana. Juice Box American IPA. See all the fucking hops on there. This is 450 North Brewing is amazing. They got a lot of really good beers, really good IPAs and stuff. They drop them all the time.
Orange flavor then?
It says on the side here, hops Mandarin, Bavaria, Citra, Summit, Emerald. It's got a lot of different hops in it. Should be tastes like some orange, some grapefruit, some fruits in there, kind of like the other ones I got here. So I ended up with Brodeur. What was it's been like 3 weeks since we did a podcast.
Just 2.
Just 2. Sure, yeah. Yeah, I played so many games. So had Brodeur for a little while. I actually liked Brodeur quite a bit. I just decided that the Carey Price Evo synergies fit better with my team after getting the Laney McDonald. Haven't played a game yet with Price, so I'm ready to just absolutely fucking hate him. Honestly. But yeah, I got off the Hasek bandwagon. I still have problems scoring on Hasek when I play against people with Hasek. I almost dread playing against people with Hasek because I feel like I'm the only one that ever.
No, dude.
I'm the only one that ever got fucking scored on like that.
Well, every time I play against Hasek, he's sliding across the crease, every cross crease. Well, every time me and you play, it was nonstop. Dude. I cannot score on Hasek. It seems like Hasek and Dubnik are the 2 goalies that I just cannot fuck with. I don't know why. I just cannot do. I can't get there. So you have the Price Evo then?
We got the Price Evo playing goalie now.
That's also my goalie.
Yeah, his synergy is pretty good. I always with that Laney, and then I also got the Pronger just to upgrade. I now have 4 team synergies. All of them but Concrete Wall are active.
The only 4 team synergies.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if I could make a couple of changes around to get Concrete Wall, I'd probably do it just to get all 5 of them.
Right.
That'd be fucking tight.
That's the most values. I mean,
right.
Team synergies pump the whole team. So I mean,
right.
They're desirable. That's what you get.
Yeah.
I on the other hand, recently I cut down locker room leaders since the last cast. I don't know why. I was always stretching my team to get it. Like each guy had to be contributing to a team synergy, which is how your team feels, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with Silky Smooth, Thread the Needle, and I'm gonna activate all these player synergies these random ones. Like I got Dangler Zone, Martin St. Louis. I've never played with him. I did pull him the day of. Literally at 5:01, I bought 2 packs. St. Louis, next pack Kevin Hatcher, the day they dropped. Anyway, so St. Louis, and then he's got passing playmaker. He's got Dangler Zone synergies I've never activated. So I got the Dan Boyle. Dan Boyle, you know which one.
Just like jalapeno poppers, cream cheese. Dan Boyle, hero.
He's got a passing playmaker. I'm using that Wade Redden. He's got passing playmaker. So I found little ways to activate some of these player synergies I wasn't used to. Dangler Zone, I'm struggling to find a 4th point. I'm throwing the McDavid rookie card on my 4th line because all his synergies are tight. So he's decent with his synergies pumped up.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, and but overall, I'm in the middle of selling off some legends to invest in some Evos for later. I want to get that Line A. I want to get that Malkin on my team. So
big Malkin fan here.
So he's my favorite player on the squad, the actual NHL Penguins. So I want to, even though the Malkin Evo has trash synergies as far as I'm concerned, he's due for some upgrades. He's sick. He's gonna do it. Yeah, he's gonna do it. So let me try this.
By the way, you will see at least my Hut DB link of my team in the description here. I don't know about his Hut DB link.
I'll throw a link on there on my most recent.
His team's changing often, very often, more often than mine. I feel like my team's pretty much the same as it was last time. I don't think much has changed, other than the goaltending change the goaltending change from Hasek to Brodeur to the Evo Price, and then I have a backup goalie with 2 to AA, and then Pronger replaced. I don't want to say what you called Al McInnes the other day, but I've replaced Al McInnes with the Pronger legend, obviously the only Pronger in the game, and yeah, that's.
So you have the Evo Price, I have the Evo Price, and I think that leaves us with our final topic here. We talked about the Evo Ovi, we talked about the Evo Crosby. We left the price for last intentional, if you notice that. So just to touch on him real quick, he's got 2 to locker room leaders and 1 to TN. Extremely solid synergies. Also, he's still just an 89, just like his base card. So it is going to run you about 100K more than his base card to get the Evo. But by using the...
I think I paid 130 for mine last night. Not bad.
Well, I mean, yeah, the base card's still around 20-ish to 30K, so not bad.
I shop at really bad times to shop. Second shifter, so yeah. It's a 1-2 a.m. thing.
All right.
But do goalies matter?
That's the question we want to ask you guys. I've used everyone from Hasek to Brodeur to base Martin Jones. Tried Matt Murray for 1 game. I mean, you get the picture.
Yeah.
Do you just use your favorite goalie? Do you get superstitious? Carey Price was an awesome base card. Does that really mean his 89 Evo is going to be the same goalie? Like, there's a lot of, I see Reddit posts about do goalies matter? And now we want to know what you guys think. So leave a comment. Let us know. We'll get back to you. We'll answer.
Throw us a like if you're watching.
A subscribe if you want to catch all our videos.
Hit the little bell thing right there. Get notifications if you want to watch some pack opening stuff whenever it gets uploaded.
Yeah, we don't have a schedule yet. We just upload when we feel like it. So
if you want to see it, make sure you hit them buttons on YouTube.
Trust me, we got the tightest hut shit coming all the time. It's only going to get tighter. So if you don't hit that bell, you might miss out.
I'm going to be 400 pounds by the end of the year if we keep eating jalapeno poppers.
No, we're killing these by the end of the cast. That's how we're going on.
I left that little bitch ass jalapeno popper.
Of course, that's
the Dan Boyle. That's the Dan Boyle legend of jalapeno poppers.
That's the last picks. You're first picker. I'm second picker, and this is the last pick. Popper.
But anyways, like we said, if you're watching, like, subscribe, hit the notifications button. We're gonna have I got a Twitter popping. Not really popping, but it might be soon. Also, a Facebook group will probably be coming soon. So if you want to see some stuff, we'll put some more content out there. But more and more content's coming out.
Definitely. And we're both lurkers on Reddit. I'm trying to get into it more. So you'll see us around. This has been Huts Tight, episode 2. Shaka Boy B and Slow Motion 5-3. Take it easy.
Cut.
I like that we went 40 minutes on